2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hey Luke, so great to be here with you and Rich. Looking forward to following this group down on the course today because this player has developed a rivalry with none other than Tiger Woods. They certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
Oh, I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beam doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it.
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
That could play.
This player showing zero signs of any nerves as they play against their rival and playing partner, Tiger Woods. What a fantastic approach.
Surely it's going to.
That's making a big statement here today.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
He's currently sitting in first place. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Right into the water on that one. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
That was special.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card. Get excited. This could go in.
Yeah, good job. Nice par.
I haven't seen a putting display like this since I was 5 years old.
The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
Little birdie look in here.
This one's tracking.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh, right by the hole. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snag.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
Getting ready to play their third. Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Sitting at 6 under, currently leading. Going with the 8-iron here. That's tiny. This putt is about 17 feet long. Tracking and racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 7 under. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Looking good.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's catch up with Tiger Woods, shall we?
What a touch of class, holds it from the sand. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right.
And he's hit that inside the range. Putting for birdie here.
He's making this look easy, keeps surging ahead.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
That is a delightful bunker shot, Beamer. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Yeah, this is a quality-looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here at the 10th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. They get a little ground draw here. Yeah, nicely played. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
Looking really good. Fair effort. Oh, good look at birdie here.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That was a gallant attempt. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Playing from around 150 yards here.
Opting for the 9-iron. Well, got some sort of streak going on here. Greens in regulation. What a statistic.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
This putt coming up is for birdie.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Good looking putt. Oh, terrific. What an effort. Sitting at 12 under par for the event. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely, I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Fair effort, that. Good birdie.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
From the sand, are they able to get up and down?
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And look out, guys, this rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
That dog will hunt.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
12 feet to the cup coming up. Okay, steady now.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
Still in the lead now after that hole. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Opting for the 5-iron. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Tried to fade it, just didn't make it happen.
Five feet coming up to the cup. It's on a good line. And that putt drops now 13 under par, heading down the stretch.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room out in front by a bunch.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. This putt here to get to 14 under the card. This is a good chance. Appears to have overcooked this one. Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
It was on a good line. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Going with a 3-wood here. This one needs to kick left. This would be a great up and down. Just didn't drop. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
This one will run uphill. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
And there it is. And after that hole, this player is ahead by a whopping 10 strokes.
The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Oh, absolutely flushed. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
A chance to chip in here for all the glory.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? All right, let's see if they can compose themselves and knock this one in to claim the title. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just this player was just amazing all week long.
And Rich, mark that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's always impressive when you see a player outshine their fellow competitors because all of these players are really good, but this player made everybody in the field look very, very average. So good was their performance.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.